Aro kini kilongki kubor bamdagasngi. Hagasngi balai jangka budget session hapo kayong darbar thawan Meghalaya. MLA Sohiong constituency ba sanshar ko paroi thaba. Ulabu jingkali hagapor question hour sya Menteri Rangba Konrad Kisangna. Halor ki daw ba ka sarkar jala ka dangwat lat thamai bante la kami ka jingwan rung paidbah ki mynder hapo jala. Menteri Rangba haba jubab loong baka sarkar jala kala don hakajinya khuslai ka bakrau bar kala persang banwan ra bon ki rukam trekam bar ki an bapher banna ban khanglad bat pinsangi ka jinya wan rung be an ka jingthmu ka jala ka jinya pher omdon u Konrad ula penpau baka thong jung ka sarkar jala ka long ban ai ka jinya dai ka khndo ka siap jung ka jala ban ai ka jinya dai ki paidbah trai jala Bante la kami ka jingwan rung ki mynder ulo ongru ba ka jingthmu ka dangne kumju henry kila trekam kila ban long pher. Menteri Rangba ulo ong ba ka jala ka dang bateng ban bot ya ka jingya dawa inline permit ILP henry hadian babun ki paidbah ki sngo badan kam ka jingya da ka bakham khlan ka jala kala persang ban pet ya ki weipat kila hapo ka an jala bat badeng. Ula penkan mauru baga ying dorbar kala menjuri ya ka resolution ILP bat lapha syaka sarkar pedeng henry ka jingya kedang beteng. Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025 kala thamai jung ka sarkar. U Konrad ula pentip baga sarkar India kalawan ra ik an thamai ka bakerteng Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025 hagani ka an ladan benta ba kongsan section 2Q kabatay ka protected area kum ki jaka badan hajan upodri ne ki jaka ba ka sarkar prengkan pinna section 2S kabatay ka restricted area kum ki jaka ba ka prengkan bu jingkhang kerpang kat kum kani ki mynderi bawan rung shakini ki district ki habanyo special permit lane jingbit shwa banrung Menteri Rangba ulo ong bakani kalong karukam trekam ka jilla kadang persang ban pentrekam nang bagajila kana bandu kajingeda kabaklan uba polling do ong la bande ling ba ko online permit dan kam check git uba sanshar ko paroi ling do labu jingkli bahagani ka juk digital la ban pinwandori ka permit system ling ba ko online application nang ba dan kam bante ya ki check git paidbah CM technology don henry don kam kajingeda anshwa u Konrad ula juba baka teknologi ka don henry ban pentrekam ya karukam trekam don kam sha ka jingïoh jingeda na ka an bat jingdon paidbah ulo ongru ba ka tunat kam an law department kadang bishar nya kane kam long gabala ban shimrai marmar henry don kam por bat jing shimrai lang na ki sengsan perthei ka seng bhalang ka jingïoh kran hayung darbar kalapan iba ka sarkar Meghalaya kadang wat lat lingba ka Angela bat breng ban penklan ka jingïoh da persha ya ka jingwan rung mynder henry ka jingïoh dawa ILP kadang ne kumju.
Yes, sir. Reply to star question 25, A and B. So the matter is under examination of the state government and being taken up with Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India.
Supplementary, please. Thank you, sir. Sir, I just want to share my concern in a nutshell. The state of Meghalaya shares an international border of about 443 kilometers with Bangladesh and 884 kilometers with the state of Assam. The government of Assam is conducting an aggressive eviction drive against suspected illegal settlers in the state of Assam. So I feel it is a huge concern for the state of Meghalaya. And in the month of December, as per the newspaper Shillong Times, it says the center gives positive signal on ILP-like protection for the state of Meghalaya. So my question here to Honorable Chief Minister, sir. Sir, as it says out here that it is under examination of the state government and it's been taken up with the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India. Sir, suppose we frame this ILP-like system, under which legal framework does the government tend to propose or introduce the ILP-like system?
Sir, as we are all aware, that illegal immigration is an issue that has been of great concern to the citizens of Meghalaya and the Northeast, in fact, as a whole. And the public at large, and of course the government also, has been concerned and in multiple levels tried to introduce different mechanisms or implement different laws to achieve the goal of ensuring that we are able to curb and stop illegal immigration. So we had the MRSSA that at the state level was worked out. We moved on it. We implemented it. Process is still on. Similarly, a lot of people felt that, no, we need a stronger mechanism. And therefore, we went for the proposal of passing a resolution in the House to implement the ILP, and we forwarded it to Government of India. Sir, at the end of the day, whether it's MRSSA, whether it's ILP or any other law, the objective remains the same, which is to be able to protect our land, protect our people, and to be able to curb illegal immigration. So with that note, I would like to share with the House, and I would like to thank the Honorable Member for bringing this subject. So there was an enactment of the Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. Now, under this Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025 of Government of India, there are two clauses or two sections, Section 2Q and 2S. So, Section 2Q of this particular act put in by the Government of India, the Foreigners and Immigration Act, the Section 2Q defines protected area as any area contiguous with India's international border or any other area as the central government may by order specify in this behalf. So that's the protected area definition. Under Section 2S, it defines restricted areas. And restricted areas are any area within India and outside the protected areas, which is under Section 2Q, as the central government may, by order, specify in this behalf. Now, sir, what happens with this is that upon notification of a district within the state as a protected area or a restricted area, all foreigners entering such district shall be required to obtain a special permit or permission as prescribed under Section 11 of the Foreigners and Immigration Act 2025. Section 11 stipulates that no foreigner shall enter or stay in a protected area or restricted area or prohibited place without a special permit or permission granted by such authority as may be specified by an order published in the official gazette in this behalf and subject to such conditions as may be specified therein. So, sir, this particular act, which is the Foreigners and Immigration Act 2025, has a provision which allows a restricted and, as I said, the protected area declaration, which needs to be done by Government of India, not by state government. But once that is done, any foreigner entering the state needs a permit. And that's exactly what we're trying to achieve. We are trying to achieve a mechanism where a permit will be required for foreigners who wish to come into the state would have to seek a permission. And therefore, we'll have a mechanism and a system under given acts and given provisions of an act passed by Government of India to be able to achieve this objective. Now, sir, what we are trying to also do is that we're not saying that ILP is a demand that we're not going to follow anymore. As a proactive government and as a government that has a sincerity towards this issue, it is our duty to examine every possible mechanism. And therefore, while we are pursuing the ILP, we are waiting for response. We meet Honorable Home Minister and Government of India officials, and continuously press for it, it is the duty of the government to explore other mechanisms and possibilities of achieving the same goal and same objective that we would achieve or we are trying to achieve through the implementation of ILP. And after examining this act, which was passed in 2025 during the autumn session, we felt that there is a scope of bringing in these provisions of the protected area and restricted area, which would then require foreigners to take permission and take a permit before entering the state. So that's really what it is, sir, and this provision would really serve the purpose and I think would be in the larger interest of our state and will be able to address this issue of illegal immigration to a large extent. So that is what the background is, sir. And as I said, while we pursue other mechanisms, while we pursue the ILP, we are looking at other options also. And that's why Honorable Deputy CM had made that statement that we are examining this particular aspect. We have had discussions at certain levels. We are preparing our notes. It'll be difficult for me to give any kind of a clarity at this point in time, but we are in the process and our discussion will be on, sir. So I think I'll leave it at that because it's a matter of discussion with the state government and the central government. But this is the background on which the statement was made, and this is the background of the goal and objective of the government. Thank you, sir.
Next. So we're talking about ILP. Now, the question is about ILP-like law. So what are the reasons as per the explanation of the center that an ILP-like law is needed in the state of Meghalaya, but not in other states, not in other northeastern states like Nagaland and Manipur?
Sir, I think the honorable member is not clear. This is not a new law that will be made for Meghalaya. This particular act has been enacted by the Government of India, which is called the Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. So this act has now been already passed by the Parliament and is already enforced. And so based on this, just to again, so that the House is clear, the Government of India has already come out with the Ministry of Home Affairs order. And in this order, which was on 1st of September 2025, and in this order, they have already declared Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland and Sikkim as protected areas. Hence, any foreigner going in there will have to take permit. And similarly, they have also come out with the order that has specified protected areas also, which districts are going to be protected areas. Our desire and our wish and our purpose right now is to find a way in which we can also be included in this list. This law which is already passed by Parliament, not a new law, an existing law where many locations have already been declared as protected areas and as restricted areas. And if we are able to include certain districts of Meghalaya in that list, we will be able to then regulate the entry of foreigners and check the illegal immigration as they will require permits to be there. So it's not a new law. It is trying to include the state of Meghalaya in an existing law, which is already there, being implemented in other states of Northeast.
So, another question, the third one. So, the ILP-like law which we're talking about, will it contradict or align with the 6th schedule protection?
Sir, the issue of 6th schedule area or any kind of, any kind of intervention into 6th schedule powers as per the Constitution of India does not arise in this case. Purely if this law, again, as I said, it's not an ILP-like law. I would like the narrative or the language to be changed. The purpose is to have a monitoring system for illegal immigration. ILP is one way of monitoring and having that mechanism in place. We feel that the Immigration and this Foreigners and Immigration Act is another way which we can create that mechanism. So there is no issue or no concern or no aspect of entering or interfering with the powers or the functioning of 6th schedule. This is simply a permit which will be done by an authorized individual, and the exact details of all of how that has to be done, who is the authorized agent or the authorized official, to do this. All of that information is with me, sir. But as I said, it's a question hour, so I'm refraining from going to those areas. But to clarify to the question of the honorable member, so there is no aspect of intervention or interfering with the 6th schedule. It is purely a permit which a foreigner will require to take from the authorized official before he or she enters into a restricted or a protected area.
So the last one. So what is the tentative timeline for the introduction of such law in the House?
Sir, again, sir, this it's not about the House, sir. Again, I'm repeating, sir, for the sake of clarity. The Act has been passed by Parliament, which is called the so the Foreigners and Immigration and Foreigners Act 2025. This has been passed by Parliament. The government notifies, government means Government of India, sorry, notifies which areas are protected and which areas are restricted. Now, government has already come out with its notification where I mentioned that protected areas, Arunachal, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, in the particular order, which is called the Ministry of Home Affairs Order, New Delhi, for September. This order is out. We desire, as a state, that Government of India, MHA, would declare Meghalaya also certain areas as restricted and certain areas as protected, so that we can also put in a mechanism in place which will require foreigners to take permit, and we can have, or we can check those individuals. So that's really the purpose, sir. And we feel that this law is giving us an option to get a system and a mechanism which ILP also would allow us to do, but since ILP is under examination, we as a government have explored the other possibilities and looking at if it is possible to achieve the same objective by an existing law passed by Parliament, which is now being implemented in others. And we are a bordering state. We have, international borders with Bangladesh, and therefore all these factors are very much in line. So we are exploring, and that is the reason why Honorable Deputy CM, when he made the statement, we are in discussion. So it's a process, sir. We are examining, and we cannot say it will be done tomorrow, day after today, or in the next few months. But we are under process. So it's really, I should say, showing the intent of the government and showing the seriousness of our government on this particular issue, and that we are examining all possible systems and mechanisms and laws that are there existing at the national as well as the state level.